over there. Being any market cycle, there's always a volume. And I will share with you, District 14 consists of Eunos, Geylang, and Paliba. I particularly choose Paliba because, okay, where is Paliba area? Let me show you. Okay, this is Paliba area. Sorry, huh? Okay, this is Paliba area. You can see that on the right-hand side, you only have residential. Left-hand side is purely commercial properties for now. There's something coming up over in Paliba area. I'm going to share with you very soon. Paliba area consists, this is one of the properties in Paliba which I'm concentrating right now. We call it the Ubi one. Why I select this property is I feel that there is some of my meticulous buyer who savvy, who only want pure office space or B1 without any air space. It just one by itself. There are buyers out there. So you can see all those industries in this Ubi one mostly is youngsters area. And there is also one, if you can see on the third floor, there's one particular unit that we rent up to even Dyson. So why they choose particularly in Ubi Road 1? We have 3 MRT stations in Ubi 1, which is the Tai Seng MRT, followed by the McPherson MRT, and Ubi MRT. MRT is one of the very important factors in commercial because of the accessibility for the staff. Besides that, expressway also is very important. And we have 3 major expressway which is in Ubi 1. With just underneath Ubi 1, we have this KPE MRT. Just underneath Ubi 1, we have also FPIE, which is only about 400 meters away, and 1.4 kilometers away, we have this ECP. Okay, MRT and expressway is not the main important for any properties for the price to go up. Yesterday, I spoke to one of the agents. They told me that if you buy commercial property, second-hand, not from developer, you need something very important, a major things to happen before you can see some price to go up on the property. I agree with them. So why I chose Ubi 1? Because there is something coming up very big, which is just beside Ubi 1, which is the removal of Paliba Air Base. If you can see how big is Paliba Air Base compared to Ubi 1. This Paliba Air Base is going to move very soon. When? I will discuss with you. Now, let me show you a slideshow why I choose Ubi 1. Okay, before I go on, I just wish that there shouldn't be any recording of taking. Should there be anything that you need to discuss, go back to agent, always can come back to me anytime. And Ubi 1 is one of the smallest ramp up in Singapore, which I know. Why I emphasize smallest is only 1,302 square feet, have 2 parking lots and 1 personal toilet. Why small? Being a resi or commercial, smallest property always being taken up fast by investors, and it's always easy to be ran by small enterprise, and also easy to be offload in case you need to sell. So let me tell you something about Ubi. Ubi Run is in the Avenue 4. Has been 60 years since 2008 in District 14. you can see down here, Ubi 1 has reached its historical high, which is 925 square feet. Yeah.
Mobby, sorry. Are you sharing some slides?
Yeah.
You have to stop. You have to stop this. Then you reshare again.
Okay, go back.
Yeah, go back. You stop this first. I think the first.
You saw the global as now?
Okay, just now the thing is on. The second one, now you are going to show your slide, right? So you need to share again, reshare.
Okay, I share. Can you see now?
Okay, good. So you can, I think, okay, you...
I go through the first one again.
You go back to the first one again, correct. Okay, good. Thanks.
Okay. Let me see. Can you see now?
Yes, good.
Okay, welcome to my virtual office. I mean, my virtual open house. And try not to record or do any photo taking. I appreciate so much. If you need to get back, just go back to agent. I believe there's one buyer over there. Okay, this is Ubi 1. You can see it's a small industrial estate where above is an office, below is a warehouse. All the warehouse below is B1. And it is one of the smallest ramp up which I know in Singapore. It's only 1,302 square feet. Inside has 2 parking lot and 1 personal toilet. And this is the facade for Ubi 1. And below Ubi 1, there's this kopitiam where all the staff actually can dine over there. Ubi 1 is at Ubi Avenue 4. Has been there since 2008 and it's a 16 years near tenure. And they have reached a historical high of 925 square feet and also went down as low as 425 square feet. Why? You can look at the numbers in August 2012, between 2012 to 2013. Something happened on that year that all the property prices went down. So it's very important. I'm going to share with you one of the slides. You can see that there's so much information. I'm not going to share with everything because anything you need to know, always go back to agent. I'm going to go brief you a very brief slides on the property cycle. Okay. The first part, you can see that we have 3 property run on this cycle. Every run is over 10 years. 207, 2017, and the next property cycle should be, if you're looking at the history, should be 2027. And every cycle, you can see it reaches peak. The first one is 3 years. The second one, it takes longer time, which is 5 years. So now 2007, I believe, will take slightly longer for the property to reach its peak. Why? I shared with you. You not only you need an MRT station, you don't even need expressway. You need more than that for the property price to go up. Because as we go into a developed country, we need much more before we can see them property price to go up. So Ubi 1 as this Palembang airport who are going to have a major transformation, and I feel with that major transformation, just like in Jurong, the last transformation, you can see some prices to go up, being in residential and in commercial. Then the next one was in Woodley. You can see the Bidadari transformation. And after you can see in Bangkok, the Sengkang transformation. All the transformation, you can see some property price to go up. So MRT is not only one important factor, expressway amenities is not one factor. You need a major transformation before you can see a huge property price to go up. So you can see in 2017, every property cycle, 1/3 when the property price go up, a cooling measure always comes in. So in 2017, after the 1/3 of property cycle, we have the first cooling measure, which is the 75% loan. So my boss, Kevin Fong, I still remember, he told me by right, in 2020, 2021, we may have another cooling measure, but something when we have a pandemic now. So if you ask me, with the pandemic, we are actually on track. If there was any pandemic, there may be a cooling measure. Since there's no cooling measure, there's pandemic. So, will the pandemic actually damper the market down? I would say no. I strongly believe we're still on track. So, based on the last property cycle, if you see 2017 is our last cycle, the next one should be in 2027. So, if 2027, when do you think they will move the Palembang Airport? Like what our Prime Minister said on the last meeting, any crisis will never fail. I believe if he feels that he's so confident with this crisis, we're still on track, I strongly believe we're still on track. So the next cycle will be 2027. And I saw this article, they're going to move Palembang Airport in 2030. So I feel that we are on track. In 2020, I feel the property prices in Ubi, you can see some major transformation because they're going to make, when they move the Palembang Airport, the height restriction going to go down, you're going to make a new town over there. So with this, I feel buying Ubi 1 is a safe bet for those people who just want to get into commercial. There is some resi buyers who plan to go to commercial property. It's good to go for a smaller one. Like I said just now, it's always easier to rent up your small business to small enterprise. It's easier to offload when you need to sell. Today you are a buyer, future you'll be a seller. So it's easier for you to sell property if the property is small. Small unit is always the first choice. You can see any developer who launch anything, the first one to go is always a small unit. And I not say that resi is bad. If you rent out a commercial and if your tenant move out, it will take a longer time for you to get the tenant into your property compared to resi. So small unit, if you have a longer time with a tenant, you have a better holding. Okay, let's make a comparison. So this comparison I'm going to share with you, not because I don't feel resi is bad. I mean, buying commercial is better than resi. No, there is always a setback buying a commercial. There's always a pro and a cons of buying a residential. So I'm going to make a fair comparison. And this comparison, I personally had this because I myself had a resi. I'm also bought myself a residential and a commercial. So whatever I'm sharing right now is from what I learned. So let's say you buy a residential property, which is about $700 or $1,000 compared to commercial. In fact, the commercial I'm selling now is only $650,000. Okay, we compare one of the property which I'm selling now is about $650,000. Residential for $700,000 is like my wife having right now. In this Dines, we rent out her residential property which only 700 square feet. Commercial property you always can get a bigger one. Right now in Ubi Tech or Ubi 1, you can get what, 1,003 square feet. And for her resi, we can only rent out for 1,008. Where in commercial, I can rent out for 3,004. And it always gives you a better rental yield in commercial compared to residential. And likewise, every year I had this phone call from tenant. There's always replacement clause on residential. In commercial, you give them an empty unit, you always get back empty unit. If you are lucky, the tenant will give you a fully fitted office and easier for you to rent out in the future. But looking at this, I'm not looking down at residential. Residential, you have no problem renting out and have a replacement tenant. Commercial, you will take some time to find replacement tenant if a tenant move out because they have to move their logistic and everything like that. So not saying that residential is bad. Residential is a safe bet, but commercial gives you a high return. Both are equally good. Residential gives you a higher capital appreciation. Commercial, you need to have a major transformation before you can see a capital appreciation. And again, this is a big thing. You can avoid ABSD if you're buying commercial. You check the agent how you do that. And let me go through the next one. Okay, this is what Ubi one looks like it was a bare empty unit. When the place was taken over by the buyers, it will take about 1 or 2 years before you can see some movement. And this is how it looks like. It's empty. We take us about 6 to 7 months before I can find a tenant. And this is what Ubi one looks like. And you can see, I learned something that when you have a smaller unit, you will start to have all those youngsters, new graduate who want to get into business. They always like a smaller unit. And I always have phone call from a lot of buyers. Most of them are very young buyers. They come in groups. They like to buy a property. They always look up for a smaller unit because they have a small, I would say, initial down payment. So they always easier for me to rent out or to sell a smaller unit. Okay, even one of the tenant. One thing good about commercial, you can pick and choose your tenant. If you can actually get a good tenant profile where you can have a peace of mind. You don't have to renew your rental because they're going to be there for so long. So like Dyson, Yamaha, you can have the Jaguar showroom. You can have a very good tenant profile before you can actually buy the unit. Okay, this is some of the unit which I have. Believe it or not, all this property belongs to one or only two owners. So how they actually can buy all this unit is from the chart which I showed you previously. That chart is like a walking dictionary for me to buy a property. If you can have a good guidance from a good agent, you actually can teach them when and to buy and sell property. Okay, now you have any question and answer from the ground? If not, Richard, can I show them the video? Can I show them the video?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Ubi one. Like I told you, what do you call that? The unit was given back to us fully fitted. So if you're lucky, you get this.
You can start the video.
Okay.
Maybe you may want to ask about the price also. You may want to mention about the price.
Yeah.
The size, a bit of your unit, there is the size, what is the size, and what are the price like?
Okay.
While showing together, maybe.
Okay. This is Ubi one. Every unit is 1,302 square feet. The ceiling height is 4.2 meters, and you can see.
Louder a bit.
Okay, it's 1,302 square feet. Every one of them is bigger unit. You can see the height is high enough for you to make your what's that? The mezzanine feature deck, but you don't have to pay any airspace. It's unit by itself. It's fully fitted, and every one of them check is about 600 PSF. So you're looking at 781,000. And
maybe a bit. Maybe your voice a bit soft later than say because the music very loud. anyway, it's ending already. It's okay. So,
yeah, you can hear.
Can.
Okay, so each unit is about 1,302 square feet. We are selling at 600 per square feet. You can see during the high time is 900. During the low time is 400. So we are selling in between and it's still negotiable. So it's the once you can buy now, once the price, like I told you, the move of the Palembang airport and the last peak is 900. You can see every cycle is always higher than the last peak. So we are looking at maybe it will go up more than 900. I strongly believe. So we are selling at 900. We are talking about more than about $200 to $300 capital appreciation about 10 years from now. I believe in that. So, but if you want to go for a cheaper one, of course, we go for Ubi Tech. Let me show you. Stop share. You can see, let me see. Here. Yeah. Okay, this is the unit that I have. Why it doesn't show? Okay, never mind. Okay, you can see that we have Ubi Tech. Ubi Tech is slightly older. It's already past its coming 20 years. So Ubi Tech, we can go for less than $500 per square feet. Ubi Tech, I have a lot of young investors who coming because the best unit I would say will be the Starbuy, will be the fourth unit, which is only 650 square feet. I mean 650,000, and it rented for 3,004, and rental yield is more than 6%. And the tenant down there is a small unit, break up into two small office with 2 meters, meters. So one of them is rent out at 1,008, and the other one is at 1,006, I guess. So total is 3,004, and they are there with us for a very long time. So they'll still be there. With this COVID, I checked with them. They say they are more busy because they are in the IT industry. So they are more busier during the COVID actually. Okay, is there anything? I will share with you Link Ang Mo Kio next round.
Yeah, I think, thank you, Mobby. We can, if anyone has any inquiries for specific units, you can approach Mobby anytime, right? Can we, is there any question on Mobby's?
Helen.
Yes.
I think Mobby, maybe you say again to the group again, your best buy unit maybe. Just how you mentioned about the unit size, the price again. Okay. I think it's important. Yeah, you can stop share, no problem. You can just share accordingly. Because very small, can't see also lah. Very small. You can stop share and you just mention one of the unit, the best buy one.
Okay, the best buy, let me check.
The size
will be the, I have down here, let me check, is Ubi Tech Park, which is on the 7th floor, is 650,000 at 500 per square feet, and it's rented out for 3,004.
Okay.
And that is a one unit by itself, but inside we really split into two. So you have two small office with 2 separate meters, and both of them are doing IT. So when I spoke to them about during this COVID, were they affected, they said they are actually more busier. They have been with us for, I think, 3 to 4 years, and we definitely will be renting out for very long.
I see.
And
So
that
what is the
unit,
rental you? What is the rental you?
6.3.
I see.
And that unit, I have so many phone calls and offer already came in. So far, most of the offer is below 650. So I still have, if you want any buyers who are looking for small quantum, easy to rent out unit and higher rental yield, that's our star buy. The Ubi one, I mean Ubi type. So anything, any question? I will share with you Link Ang Mo Kio next now, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, it's good. Helen, maybe you can take over.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Mobby, for the very in-depth analysis on the Ubi area. So now I will be sharing on a specific development, the Oxley Bizhub. So Oxley Bizhub, this is in District 14 in Tai Seng area. It's 60 years leasehold from 2010. Okay, so if you want to put in an offer or is there any inquiry, please go through your PropNext agent. They know how to contact us. So just now, Mobby has covered a lot of the niblets and nuggets about the location and all that of Oxley Bizhub. So this Oxley Bizhub is actually in a very central area and it's a very, very popular area. So Ubi has quite a number of industrial properties around there. You know, Ubi Road 1, McPherson and Eunos Link is very popular because it has very good connectivity. It's actually connected to the two major highways, to KPE and also to PIE. And it kind of, with KPE and PIE, you basically join north, south, east, west of the whole of Singapore to Ubi Eunos area. So it is only 700 meters from McPherson MRT station. That one has two MRT lines, the Circle Line and the Downtown Line. Now we know that the Downtown Line now connects to our new CBD. So the Downtown Line, the dark blue line is a very popular. It's going to be the new main line now in Singapore for MRT. And Tai Seng, when we think of Tai Seng and we think of industrial property, we normally think of somewhere very deserted, you know, with not many places to eat and all that. But Tai Seng is something very different. It actually set the standard for the new industrial park in Singapore. So you have spa, you have dental clinic, you have restaurants, eateries, salon, childcare center, good restaurants and food court, a convenience store, 24-hour store, even drinking places for people to go there to relax, chill out after work. And then you have retail and even the banks. When you know that the major banks are in the area, you know that the place is very well connected. It's like a little town by itself. Within Oxley Bizhub itself, it has a very good corporate image. It actually gives you amenities unlike other industrial properties. So this is like the leader in the industry. They are the first one to give you swimming pool and gym within the industrial estate. So the tenants are free to use this. They are not open to public. It's only for the tenants. Then there's convenience store within Oxley Bizhub itself. There's also a very famous Yamato Japanese restaurant. I've been there before. They serve the famous unagi don, and they give you fresh wasabi. Just a bit of advertisement and commercial time for Yamato. So they also have their own food court, air-conditioned food court within Oxley Bizhub. So you can just imagine Oxley Bizhub itself is not really just an industrial property. It has set itself apart from the other industrial estates. So another reason why Oxley Bizhub is so popular, because it is well connected and very close to the main road. You see, on top in the north is Paya Lebar Road, and then to the right is Airport Road. And to this Oxley Bizhub is right in the corner, so it avoids all the congestion and jam within the estate itself. So you just turn in and immediately you are there. So this is the entrance to Oxley Bizhub. The unit we're talking about, you know, goes this way because the Oxley Bizhub itself is quite big, right? So the Yamato restaurant is in this corner of block 65, and the two units that I am going to cover actually goes in here. One of it is 9798, two units combined, 4477 square feet, and then another one is right at the other, just few doors away, 0182. These both are inside this building on the ground floor. Ground floor is good for warehousing and all that, because your van, your pickup can actually go, and your car can go directly to the front of the units. So these are the two units. On the left, in the corner, is the 0182 with 6-meter high ceiling. The one on the right, two units combined. And you have direct doorstep access. The advantage is whether rain, shine, you can actually go there and unload your stuff. And there are specific parking lots right in front of your unit. So there's easy access for the owner or the tenants. And these units the driveway is very wide, so it comes to loading and unloading, you have no problem. Okay, then this is one of the units, 0182, 6-meter high ceiling, comes with a mezzanine. This one is carpeted with air conditioned, so when you buy this, will come with it. This is for 019798. They use it as a showroom. So this one is a musical instrument showroom. If you have other things like car showroom, those car detailing, you are selling certain products that you can actually use part of it as your showroom to showcase your product. So this one is just interior to give you an idea of what it's like. This is on level 1. Level 2, they already, because in Oxley Bizhub, they have 6-meter high ceiling. So the airspace, you can actually use it. This owner has put in the approved decking. You see the gray mesh decking on the floor. That is a approved decking that comes with it. That comes with the unit that's been installed by the owner. I think he spent about $150,000 on this thing. And then the blue cage in the far end, that one is actually a goods lift for you to transport things from level 1 to level 2. This is just an illustration for the goods lift on the left, and then the decking on the right. So this decking is already been approved, so you have no problem with the management and no problem with the authorities. Okay, so the pass transaction for the level 1, pass transaction, level 1 is always more expensive than the other levels, whether you have ramp or no ramp, whether you have specific docking lots or unloading bay. Level 1 usually attracts the highest PSF because of the ease of access. So for level 1, pass transaction that we can see here ranges from $586 to $776 per square foot. Because the level 1, you can use it like a showroom, and the access is actually much more convenient compared to other levels. So 586 to 766 per square foot. However, these units that we are asking, we're not asking for the high of 766. We're not even asking for the low of 586. We're not even asking for 500. The units are all going for only 499 per square foot. And this is only limited to this period because of the circuit breaker. I managed to convince my sellers to have a very realistic, a very sincere price, so that anyone with a genuine offer, you can come to me, we can talk about the price. And the first check will secure this this place, give me a reasonable offer. And if you are represented by an agent, please approach your agent. He will know how to contact me. Then I have total of 3 units in Oxley Bizhub. The third one is actually on the 6th floor. 6th floor is a 4.5 meter ceiling height. So the like what Mobby has covered before, the rental yield for industrial property is usually higher. So this one you can expect about 4% or more kind of rental yield. So again, contact your PropNex agent. If there's any question, you can raise it now. You can unmute yourself. Thank you. Any question? If no question, I'd like to spend about 5 minutes on the our PA app because what the company did for us as their own initiative, right? They actually came up with this PA app, and this PA app has been very useful for us. It has projects in there specific to commercial and industrial. So if I click, we represent the developer for some of this industrial property. So we can actually sort by district, okay, or sort by region. We can also sort by the price, sort by PSF also, and even developer and tenure, all these options that we can look for. So all the PropNex agent has access to this PA app, a personal assistant app, in their device. So they will be able to do this for you. So for example, I just give you an example. If I look at all the industrial properties that we have right now, we have food chain. We also have these are the food factories. We also have specific B1 and industrial properties like factories and warehouses for you to choose from. You can even sort them according to PSF or according to prices, from low to high or from size. You can also sort by size. So this is a very useful app if you are in the process of looking for a new industrial property and you do not know where to start and how to do it. We have this app here. It has the more updated and more genuine information, because when you go to Commercial Guru, some of those are actually duplicate listings, dummy listings. Some are not updated because it depends on the individual agent to update it. But for us, all this information are updated. Anything that's sold will be updated immediately. And we do not have duplicate listing because we have a very stringent criteria before the agents can actually list the listing into the PA app. And the basic information like the tenure, the land size, and all that are all inside here. So this is actually a tool for our agents to actually serve our client better. So if you have questions, you can approach your personal PropNex agent to help you with this also. Okay, I think that's the end of my presentation. If there's any question, please let me know. Otherwise, the next person can take over now. I think Richard, you.
Yeah, maybe let me because there's quite a number of new guests has come in. So let me share again. You hold on now. We just go back to the one. Okay, let me share again. Okay, this virtual open house is industrial property. So anyway, we have gone through the first session on the industrial market, then followed by Helen. But this virtual open house we will be doing weekly. Okay, for those who just joined us, I just want to share with everyone So weekly, so Thursday is our industrial property, followed by Friday is our commercial property. Okay, so today we still have at least three more listings to be present to you guys. So yeah, so maybe Helen, maybe the next one is, maybe you can continue the next one.
Okay, so the next person we will invite Danny. Danny, are you ready?
Yes,
Danny,
I am ready.
with us, yes, on the industrial property.
Thank you. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Mobby. Okay, the next segment going to be also quite quick to the point. I'll be sharing on a specific product that your client, yourself, the guests, may find suitable for you. Let me just share screen. Okay, as usual, this is just a normal disclaimer, just for your information, standard process that we want to share with everyone. Okay, the product is very specific. I'll be introducing Loyang Enterprise Building. It's a rare B2 strata titled ramp up. Along 56 Loyang Way, balance of a 30-year leasehold from 2013. So balance still about 23 plus years. So a good run for your property if you do purchases, right? This particular unit is actually on the level 4. It's a 6-story building, 4,241 square feet, including of the void about 1,001 square feet with the concrete mezzanine level. Just to share briefly, one of my other colleague, Daisy, she actually has another unit. If your client needs something bigger, about 1,008 square feet, 2.5 million, it is available, but it will not be presented today. Today, I'm going to be focused on the 4,241 square feet, all right? Okay. These are just some details, specification, which is important for a owner to take note of in this B2 space. Level 1, the specifications are here. Okay, so you can just take note of it, right? The height, 4.2 for the production area. Mezzanine layer is 3.1 meters. This is also important point. 2 cargo lifts, 3,000 kg each. The height is there, 2.4 meter. And another important note is it caters for 20-footer and a 40-footer. There's also 3 passenger lifts, which is important for your staff, and another service lift as a standby. Okay, but just do note the ramp up is only for a 20-footer. Yeah, which in fact most of the owner, the users there, they are all driving up their lorries to the unit. That is why they come to this ramp up factory. Okay, just a brief description of the location. Loyang Enterprise Building at the eastern tip of the island, very close to the airport. So for those owners who would like to have their warehouse production and a lot of delivery goods in and out, this will be very, very suitable, right? Because it's nearby. And of course, the hinterland, your staff all can come from the Pasir Ris Estate, Tampines, Bedok area, and Simei. And they have buses also that goes all the way to Loyang Way. Later on, I'll just show you some of the buses which is available. This is another zoom up view. As you can see, the red building, very close to Changi Beach area. Right? And this is one of the bus, 6, and the rest of the buses. So you can see that it is very, very accessible for the staff to and flow to the workplace. Here's another shot of the location with a multiple photographs. Not to worry, I'll have more photographs larger view for you to observe later on. This is actually to share with you that the owners are very sincere. So you can see that they have done a valuation report, an actual valuation done, just to facilitate for any interested parties. You can use that as a gauge for the pricing, which is important, and also as a instrument for a loan when you speak to the banker. So all this is provided for you, very easy, very sincere buyers, sellers. Okay, let me move down a bit. Indicative actual valuation, 900,000. 900,000, all right? Okay, this is actually a shot of the actual floor plan, site plan of the area. If you can see my cursor, this is the entrance of the development. This will be the first cargo lift, come passenger lift. You drive all the way in towards the ramp up. The unit is on level 4. The other cargo lift is somewhere in the center of this long block. And that's where the unit is 0408, right next to the cargo lift. If you do not want to drive up, and if you have some other loading, it's just next to your unit. Very convenient. The cargo lift and passenger lift are also side by side. Of course, at the end, there's still another service lift, which is very convenient. Okay. This is the shot of the cargo lift, you can see. This is the actual unit itself. The front entrance showing the red lots. These are all your private lot. One for a 20-footer, the other one for van or car. The center photo is the actual unit with the shutters open. And next to it on the right side is the cargo lift. So it's very, very convenient for the end user, for anybody who uses this. Some other photographs of the unit itself. You observe that the unit is very, very heavily used as a warehouse. All the rackings are done by the owner. You can choose to acquire that, take over the rackings, the permanent racking that is like the center picture, which is a staircase that goes all the way up to the extended platform. But the smaller rackings, its own personnel will of course be removed, right? You can see on the right, this is actually a window of the office. The lower level has an office as well as the upper level and the mezzanine floor. Okay, next we have the first picture on the left, just to show very clearly that it is renovated with the floor tiles. The whole unit is renovated to about $75,000. Okay, so it's done some work with the electricals, flooring, offices, and the racking. Some other photographs of the racking. The back door on the right. And photo on the left will be the office on the upper level, aircon also. You can see the tiles up all the way on this flooring and the staircase coming from the rear to go up all the way to the upper level office. So this is actually a screenshot of the actual transaction prices. I don't know whether, I think it's too small for you to see, is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
okay.
Not to worry. This is actually just an idea that the last transaction done was about 900 over 1,000. That was in April last year. And the next, before that will be actually in 2018. That was about same size, comparing 790 over 1,000. So in between the valuation, as you can see, was done 900,000, and the owner is starting at 850,000. open to negotiate for interested parties. As you can see, the owners are very sincere also. They have done a valuation report to facilitate all your financial loan and so forth. But another thing to take note of is that you observe from the whole transaction list, for sizes floor plate like this 4002 is very rare in that location if you want to be here. One of the reasons is because the rest of the buildings in that location are single owner. So very large floor plates. So very rare to have such a size, 4002 over. So if you are looking at that, this is something for you to consider. Okay, this is almost the end of the presentation. I want to thank all of you for your attention. If you do have any questions, do highlight or preempt me later if you have got any other specific information that you want to have. I do have some videos of the place if you're keen to view, and also floor plans lah. But if you're keen, you let me know, I can share. Richard, Helen, I don't know whether anything.
Yeah, thank you, Danny. Is there any questions from the ground? Please let me know, or you can type into the chat here. The chat button is at the bottom of the screen. Is there any question, Danny?
Yeah, maybe Danny, you can actually say again the size, the per square foot, and the quantum. So is this unit selling with vacant possession or tenanted?
Owner occupied, so it will be vacant possession. And owner can do faster handover if you require to, 2 months or so. They have alternative plans already, so no problem. Actual valuation 900,000, as I indicated. The asking price starting from 850, open to negotiation, right? So they are very sincere. We are here to facilitate all you connections and your clients. So we are open. So don't be shy. We are available to, of course, service our owners and buyers. That's what we are here to do. So do welcome you to keep in touch. Any other information that you will need?
Okay, I think if no question, then maybe we can move on to the next listing.
Okay, I'll stop share. Thank you so much for your attention again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one, the next listing is by Laurent Teo. Lawrence, are you ready? Hand over to you.
Okay. Okay, good morning, everyone. Today I wish presenting Enterprise Hub, a corner terrace factory for sale. So this is actually some of the development summary. Tenure will be 60 years with effect from 1st December 1997. So the entire site area is actually about close to 780,000 square feet with a GFA of about 1.5 million plus square feet. So number of units for this development is approximately 598. So it comprises of one block of 9-story stacked up terrace factory, which is what we know as a ramp-up factory with mezzanine ancillary facilities. So for this block-wise, all the ceiling height of all these units are actually relatively high, approximately about 7 to 8 meters high, and comes with a mezzanine. So there's another block of single-story factory and 7 blocks of 2-story terrace factory and 1 block of 3-story factory cum canteen. So for this 1 block of 3-story factory cum canteen, the owner actually has converted from the canteen to a worker's dorm. Okay. So location of development wise is actually located along Toh Guan Road East. Okay, generally the location is actually having easy access to PIE and AYE, which is at the bottom part. It does not show in this map at all. Okay. In addition, nearest MRT will be at Jurong East MRT. Okay, there's a feeder bus service, bus 41 and 183, if I remember correctly, which is approximately about 15 minutes, right smack at, there's a bus stop right smack at outside the development. Okay. All these are actually the amenities near Enterprise Hub. So distance from Enterprise Hub to IMM building, the newly completed Teng Fong General Hospital, Big Box, Gem, Westgate, J Cube, J Connect, and Market and Food Center. So Westmore is actually at the other part of Enterprise Hub, which is Bukit Batok side. Okay. I'll be going into the details of the unit. So this particular unit that I'm marketing is actually a 2-story corner terrace factory with roof terrace. The floor area is approximately 6,232 square feet. Comes with 4 directors' room, 1 conference room, and this unit is actually approved for use as ancillary workers' dormitory for 9 packs. Okay, and it has a dedicated loading unloading area at front and back of the unit. So currently, only the roof terrace is tenanted to telco at 1,500 per month for housing of antennas and subject to renewal by the telco. Okay. Unit will be sold with vacant possession. It was tenanted previously. So generally with, if let's say from investment point of view, with the roof terrace being tenanted and level 1 and level 2 tenanted out, you should be looking at about 6.6% rental yield. So sale price will be 1.8 million, subject to GST, negotiable. So interested parties can put across an offer to me or Richard. Okay, so this will be the level 1 production area. This is actually the intermediate area because of the high ceiling. Okay, so this is actually the front of the unit, whereby lorries can do direct loading and unloading. And over here, that at the rear of it, there's another 2 dedicated loading and unloading bay. This will be the intermediate level, which, sorry, which is this. Okay. So the conference room and director's room will be at level 2. This is the conference room, quite huge enough. And workers' dorm. It's actually approved to house 9 workers, and it's break into 6 rooms. Okay. This is the resting area and the toilet and shower facilities. Okay, this will be the roof terrace whereby the housing of the antennas. Okay, this area-wise, some of the owners or tenants, they actually use the roof terrace to house some of the non-essential equipments that they have. Or even if let's say the unit comes with workers' dorm, all this, the workers will actually use this area to do their drying of laundry. Okay. Okay, that's all for me. Is there any questions?
Okay, thank you, Laurent.
Helen,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Laurent. So I think there were some questions about which one is classed as B1, which one is a warehouse. I think the one that Mobby has covered, they are all B1. B1 can also be used for warehousing. It will be light and clean and light industry means not too much noise, not too much pollution. You can use as a B1. Somebody commented that SGAG office, they are doing social media. If they use it like for production of their media products, right? Then they can use it as they can actually use Oxley Bizhub or Link Ang Mo Kio or Ubi. So long as they're in B1 and they are in clean and light industry, they actually matches. This actually match. Okay, and then classification. Laurent, miss your project. Which area is it again? It's Jurong, right? It's next to a big box and IMM, correct?
It's actually Enterprise Hub along Toh Guan Road East. Okay, about 1.2 kilometers to IMM.
Okay. Okay, so you have our contact number. You can actually contact them one by one. Okay, so now next up we have Gracelyn. Gracelyn, are you ready? You look very comfortable under the coconut tree. Okay, so Gracelyn, hand over to you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone are doing good now. Okay, today our session will be mainly on the industrial, right? Just a disclaimer, whatever we share here is we have actually take the utmost care to present. In case of any inaccuracy, there will be no claims and all rights reserved, yeah? And no photo taking.
Gracelyn, are you like in front of a fan or something?
Oh, yes, I'm on with a fan, okay. Okay, by the way, okay, can everyone hear me? Because now I have put on this, I have put up the slides. Can you all see? Is it clear?
Yes, very clear. And we can hear you loud and clear also.
Okay, cool. Right. Now, just to have a short introduction about our Singapore. Welcome to our prosperous land. Now, our foreign investor friends have actually shared that our country has a shape of a golden ingot. So is it the right time to invest in Singapore? Let's have a look later, yeah? Now, these actually have a shape of golden treasure basin, and in Feng Shui, they were sharing with me that they are coming into Singapore because there's 5 dragons. And we may or may not, but then let's see, okay, that we may outperform the other countries. Now, this is the global review of Singapore. So it is very safe to invest in Singapore, and because our country is very transparent. Now, there is this article that has been released in the CEO magazine. Out of the 10 best countries that we invest in post-COVID, Singapore has actually topped in the list, right? Whatever our government said, they would deliver. This is the master plan of 2019. As you can see over here in this master plan, right? The golden ingot, the golden coded pointer, they are actually the industrial. Okay, the legend of the gold pointer, they are mainly the industrial estates. So later I'll be zooming into the Kaki Bukit industrial zone, whereby they actually place it in the Bodo area. It's somewhere here in the up and coming Eastern region transformation. And we are actually in between the Eastern region part of the neighborhood, industrial, and also the regional Bizhub. Now, having mentioned about Singapore being decentralized from the CBD, be it commercial, industrial, the purpose of the country direction is because they want to minimize the traffic congestion and to ensure everybody are staying close to their home to have a balance in terms of lifestyle, right? So this article on the 5th of June has confirmed that more companies are going to move closer to the heartland, and is in line with our Singapore direction, our government direction, the country's direction of having a balanced lifestyle for the population here. Now, where are the densely populated area? This is an overview, and where the Kaki Bukit industrial estate is here. Okay. Now, having said that, in view of the densely populated area, so that means Eastern region going to be congested? No. Why? By 2030, there will be 8 homes out of 10 within 10 minutes walk to MRT station. And where is Kaki Bukit MRT? It's just right outside the Circle Line. So many customers have also asked me, hey Grace, is it a good time to buy now or later? There's another article published in the Business Times on the 16th of May, and it has proven that the current low will never be lower than previous low since 97 financial Asian crisis. So post-COVID, will prices go up? Right now in the builders segment, right, in their sector, they are facing a lot of escalating costs, and this is what is happening. Bi-weekly, the foreign workers have to actually go through a COVID-19 testing to confirm that they are not infested with the disease. And also, they have to actually improve the lodging environment of the workers. Not just that, they're not supposed to have a shared quarter with another job site workers. Meaning to say, for example, the workers that are working at job site A, the workers of job site A, they have to stay in the same quarter. They're not supposed to mix with a job site B. So that actually go in line with the BCA regulation, no sharing of living quarters, right? And the company has to provide the transport to them. They're not supposed to take a public transport. Not even Grab. You can walk, you can buy a cycle, you can buy a ride, but no sharing of public transport, not even bus, yeah? Okay, and food to be provided at the quarters at the job site. And this, there's an escalating cost. Therefore, in terms of a property, the price will still constantly increase, and there will not be a concern like, the price is going down. This is another extract from BCA website on the 8th of June. Has confirmed that factory can be converted to dormitories. And that applies to B2, not B1, yeah? Later, I will share with you the classification of B1 and B2. Now, what about the rentability? Singapore government is very stringent when it comes to our real estate market. We have to understand the objective. They do not allow speculation, but investment, it is okay. In Chinese, there's a saying, 投资不投机, and they want to ensure everyone who come into Singapore to have a healthy, gradual, growing demand of their property. The properties that purchase. So particularly in the industrial segment. Okay, later I will go into Shunli Industrial Park, right? This is the transactions. Let me have a sharing on the industrial rental. It has proven, according to the URA release, that the rental has been going up gradually, irregardless whether the use is of a single or multiple. Even at business park, it has been very healthy. And the rental transactions at this project named Shunli Industrial is a B2 classified multiple user factory. Okay, so there is a block 61. There's also individual terrace factory that is about 3-story up to 4-story high plus roof deck type of factory built, right? So every floor, there is about 2,000 square feet. Per square foot is about $1.75. So later you do your calculation yourself based on the area of the property that is for sale later. Now, the strategic location of this Shunli Industrial. It is 10 minutes walk from the Kaki Bukit MRT station. Right outside, there's bus stops. And also, there's 2 entrances for this project, okay? There is 2 coffee shops. And there's also a coffee shop converted to a club. And out of this project, out of this project, there's only 120 terrace factory. These are how you can see it. You can see this is a helicopter view. Okay, any questions over here? Am I going too fast? Unclear? You're going to let me know?
Yes, you're clear and the speed is very good.
Okay. Now, so moving forward, let me share with you a video of the actual site now. Okay, what you saw over there is a helicopter view of this project of 120 multiple user factory. There is about 6 rows, right? Here we go. Is the music too loud?
We cannot hear the music.
Okay, good. So having shared, this is a 6,900 square feet terrace factory. So now we are going into the first story. There's a racking system that has been installed. So that means the owner has actually installed this racking system to maximize the use of the airspace for storage on the mezzanine floor and on the ground floor for production. Do note that for B2 classified factory, predominant use 60% still go to this production, and 40% mainly for ancillary office or as a workers' dorm. This is the fire exit all the way to the roof deck. So it is very safe. I actually climb up myself. So the floor plate is about 2,300 square feet. Moving forward, if you see the rail, right, we can even unlock the rail so that we can do a loading, unloading even from the mezzanine. And the height of this factory is 5.5 meter, auto roller shutter. Right in front of the shutter, right, there's actually two 14-foot lorry loading bay. In this project, there's sufficient car parking space even for 20-footer container to actually to park overnight for ease of loading, unloading. This is the second floor, whereby ancillary office can be fitted. Right to my left side, there is actually a lift that cater to the staff. Here's an overview. As you can see, this factory is very brightly lighted. Even it's bright and it's not dark. This floor as an office. You can even use it for storage. So later, if you all have any questions, feel free to get back to your PropNet agent. They will connect with us. I will provide more details in terms of pricing and also what is the possible rent. And just now, Lawrence and Helen have also shared that for industrial properties, right, the rental yield is healthily in the range of about 3.5%, even up to about 6%, which Mobby have shared. So across the board, in general, to invest in the industrial property, right, a healthy range of rent which is achievable is about 5%. Of course, there are customers who say, hey, Grace, factory 60 years, now balance 36 years, not freehold. Yes, but the premium what you're paying today is lower. The entry price is lower. However, the rentability is there. Okay. So just now, Lawrence also have shared about the use as a quarter. As you can see, the rooftop is actually empty, whereby you can actually build a canopy. So even the workers can enjoy the space with peace. They have no concern about being raped by the authorities and say, hey, this is an illegal quarter. No, we can actually apply for that. Okay, let me share. Can you all see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what do you all see now? Is it a URA space?
B2 industrial, correct.
Cool. All right. So just now there's a question about how do we find out whether it's a B1 or B2 industrial property. We can actually log into URA space. Singapore is very transparent. Whatever you need, the information just by one click. So B2 industrial, I have shared earlier, the predominant use is actually more to production, manufacturing, repair, services, right? 40% goes to office, M&E services, and also as a canteen. As mentioned earlier, there's a club, there's a coffee shop at Shunli Industrial Park. It can also be used as a showroom and many more, right? So Lawrence and I also have shared about, converting a factory to a quarter, which is right now in shortage of supply. Can we do it? Actually, now, if you go to URA space, you can actually see there's a written permission, and also you can download this information. You see? Right over here to your left, you can see that part of third story and fourth story of the existing four-story terrace factory can be a secondary workers' dorm. So it's not an illegal quarter, yeah? Okay, so hope this answer to some of the investor or even some builder, hunting high and low for workers' dorm. In the event you have the intention to purchase one, for long term, for your, be it whether it's for own use or as an investment, most welcome to connect with our colleagues and to find out more. Thank you. Any questions on the ground?
Okay, any question from the ground? Okay, question can be to any lister from the start, from Bobby all the way to Gracelyn. So any question you guys can ask?
If there's no question, actually, I just want to share some good response. I already have some inquiry about the listing that I presented just now, and they are already connecting and making appointment with me for a private Zoom meeting to find out more. So this is the objective of this whole virtual open house, is to showcase what we have, because if we don't tell the world that we have these listings for sale, nobody will know. So when we put it out to products agent with almost 9,000 agents here, by letting the words out, you actually create attention, and with the attention, people will actually approach you. So just want to encourage everyone here that keep doing what you're doing and gain the momentum, and then you will have more and more inquiries. Yeah. So is there any question, even questions regarding the next Zoom, anything, you all can ask here. We have another 15 minutes. Go ahead, don't feel shy.
Praise, this is Thomas. Yeah, are you sure that Kaki Bukit is still allowable for secondary and ancillary dorm? Because since 2016, Kaki Bukit has been restricted, has not been allowed. I did a couple of dorms along there back in 2016. Okay, so I'm a little bit more familiar around there. That's the reason why I have a doubt that even at Kaki Bukit, it will still be allowable. The reason why is because it's not only subjected to the space, okay, there's a lot of criteria to take note of, okay, for dorms. Okay, I remember there's this ISO team over at 57 Kaki Bukit place. Even though they are developers themselves, builders, okay, they ancillary dorm wasn't even approved. Even up to today, there's still a limit to what they can do.
I see. Okay. So, thanks for sharing with us with regards to the regulations gazetted back in 2016. Just to highlight that, I'm sure this COVID, everyone also have received, those who are into industrial and commercial segment, right? We have received a lot of inquiries, getting this private dorm for their workers. And just to share within this group chat is that out of 300,000 workers in the market today, right, almost 50% of the workers are out there, including the bosses, are calling us for a quarter. So due to the shortage of supply and avoiding the invested dorms, government also need another year to build new dorms. Another year. This is the hint for all of you, right? So the authorities are sort of like close one eye and have permit builders to house their workers in private properties, even as an office. As long as there's toilet facility, there's a fire safety exit, right? Only for now. We do not know when it's going to change, even shop houses. In the past, for PRP, we call it the private residential property, right? They can only house the 6 occupants. Right now, it's 8. I have actually tried one address. I can even register up to 12. And one office is an office. The builder have actually housed their workers in it, about 10 of them, registered all 10. MON did not reject and acknowledge online, because as you are aware that, you know, for builders, when they register their worker in a quarter, they have to go through the MOM portal via login with code pass and register. Same goes to the FCD. For FCD, okay, sorry, for the short form, FCD is factory converted dormitories. We can apply for the change of use, and of course, the proposed layout and the numbers of workers that can be housed within the area. Always remember there is a guideline of 5 square meter. In the past, it's 3 square meter. Right now, it's 5 square meter. We have to practice a social distancing measure, right? And refer back to the URA space. URA space. Okay, let me share over here. Okay, if you cannot see the screen, let me know, yeah? Okay, can you all see the URA space screen?
Yep, can.
Okay, cool. Okay, let me try to download how about.
Yep.
Then I can share with everyone. So this is very transparent. It's good that everyone should learn. If you are interested and wanted to do commercial or industrial segment, URA space, go and try it. To me, it's quite fun. I treat it as a playground. Don't mind. I'm still a big kid. This is a real time so that everybody can log and can try later. Now let's download the return permission from the URA. Now let's have a look at Shunli Industrial. This is the applicant, right? Look at the, okay, now I try to move the description. Can you see now? Description of the development proposed in the application. Continued use of the part 3rd and 4th story of the existing 4-story terrace.
You can expand it, no? You can expand it.
Exactly. Can I? Oh, yes.
Try. Yep.
Can see?
Can, better.
Okay,
yep.
Cool. Okay, now this 4-story terrace has been approved as a secondary workers' dorm. And when was the application done? When was it? 28th of February. So 2016 maybe is already outdated. We have to stay updated. Okay, so maybe the owners, they are unaware, because every day I'm on the ground always talking to my customer. I say, hey boss, what is happening? You know, I'm the chatty type lah. You know, when I meet my customer, even towards my colleagues, they know me. Whoever co-wrote with me, they know me. When they Zoom with me, I'm happy to receive the positive feedback. I'm just being myself, don't mind, yeah. So now it's granted for 2 years. Okay. Can you see that? Commencing yep. 2 years commencing from the 28th of February. That was when the start of COVID. You know, even way before news are released, do you know our authorities is fumbling and paddling like crazy, you know, at the back end, you know, in managing the COVID situation, planning the logistic, you know, even way before the circuit breaker, all the logistic at the back is really happening. Okay, there's a lot of inside info, but we are not supposed to release. But I mean, this is what I can share. That's the maximum. Yes. Yep. Do I answer your question?
Great.
Maybe you want to.
Or renewal, no issue, but new one, I don't think there's.
You can try. Maybe at this point of time, they are more.
It's 2016. The reason why is also because the sewage quota there is already full.
Right. Maybe for now, can try again and appeal, because there's truly a shortage. Imagine now if I'm going to tell you there's 50% of workers out there hunting high and low, out of 300,000 workers looking for quarters, and there's no existing supply. Workers' dorm is really in shortage. And for those MNC, right, whereby they have actually secured those tender with a huge job site, they are able to build quarter on site. And they also have managed to rent old building in Sungai Gatok and to submit a proposal layout, converting old office building to workers' dorm, temporarily for 2 years. It is happening. It's a huge market for now, but temporarily, yeah. It's only like a short period, not for long term, but for these customers who are buying a factory for own use, I think it's worth considering in the long run. Assuming if you are renting a factory space, you are giving people the 5% yield, why don't you just buy over, you know, be it whether it is for your own use or even to rent it out. 3 to 5% yield is no issue. In view of the statistic that has been reflected in the past years in terms of the volume, and there's a gradual growth.
Mm.
Yeah, and there's a gradual demand, and we are attracting the foreign investor coming into Singapore to make it a digital economy. And that company can rent B1 industrial space. I mean, besides quarters, for quarters, I think we can actually write into BCA. They are in charge right now. If you have concerns over, like, you know, whether if the Terrace factory can be converted to quarter, I think the authorities, they work hand in hand, like a URA, the SCDF, the SPF, and also MOM, HSA, MTI, all these authorities, they're working closely. Any other question on the ground?
Yeah, Grace, I asked something. I have 2 groups of workers. They
Yes.
actually lately call me. You can propose your side.
You mean the quarter, is it?
They look for a place to stay. I said B2 can try, right? No?
B2 can try, but okay, for B2, right, if they're buying for own use, but whether it's buying for own use or to rent, right, first and foremost, okay, we answer to the rental part first. If you want to rent, we also need to seek consent from the owner, whether if they have the intention to rent out as a quarter, because they don't want to go through the hassle of applying for change of use and waiting. Like, for example, the Terrace factory that I have, the owner do not want to rent out. He purely just want to sell.
So you don't have anything right now? Because I have a workers. So many phone calls, I say. Workers looking for place. Yeah.
Yesterday, I have about 12 calls for dorms. Because of my banner at the shop houses. Then they say, hey, madam, you know, do you have a house for my workers? Then also bosses also calling me. They have 100 to 200 workers. I don't have this stock. There's a 6 to 8, 10 to 20, 40 to 60, 100 to 200 workers. I have a building for rent, but come with a high price. 28,000 can close. Confirm can register worker. But maximum, there's a maximum count. 3-story times local Mumbai. 6 unit. So times 8. Maximum, okay, 差唔多30 6 times 8. 48 workers. Maximum 48 workers, but 28,000. So that means 28,000 you divide by 48 workers. 一个人头 about $580. Quite expensive there. For before COVID, per head count is about 350 packs. You know, for those what do you call that? The privately managed domes, it's about 375. Now it's going up.
So per unit, how many workers?
The building that I have, about 48 workers.
Okay, so per unit you count as per head. 8 packs per unit.
Per address.
Oh.
For now only, for now, not forever.
So last time you got 8 unit at one building, right?
Okay, one building, 3-story, 6 unit number, 1 unit number, 8 workers.
Oh, no matter how big one unit.
No matter how big. And yes, remember the social distancing, 5 square meter per head count. In the past was 3. Yes.
Okay, understand.
You can check with the authorities if you are unsure whether if the information provided here is correct or not. Can call up. Actually, you can go to this. Let me share screen. Wait, give me a moment. Sorry. Okay, You may, okay, for colleagues here, you may go to BCA, check this out. You can actually find this extract on the accommodation. For now, the regulation is all stated there. This is latest, most updated on the 8th of June. Okay. In short, they call it FCD. There's a PRP. PRP means a private residential property that can be converted to quarter for now. For now only, yeah. Let me highlight. Any questions?
Very interesting. Thank you, Grace.
Hey, no problem. Most welcome. Because right now it's very hot, the quarters market. I think one of our colleague, Chris, is very, very, very busy because that's her focus. Yeah. For me, it's by chance that I actually bump onto this industrial property. My customer entrust me to market. Yeah. Okay. So
okay, okay, Ken. Okay, any other question from the ground? Any other question from the ground?
I think we have time to take maybe one more question, one last question. Anybody?
Yep. So if don't have, then we will see you tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we have our next open house. Okay, the open house will be on commercial property. I think mainly all shop houses lah. Okay, so tomorrow 10 a.m. we will send the link to our this Telegram, virtual open house Telegram. So you guys can actually invite your buyers to come in for the open house, virtual open house. Ken? Okay, everything okay, Helen?
Yeah, Richard, are we going to open another one for meeting?
Yes, yeah, can. Okay, so for the lister, you guys can actually stay back, and the rest, and we will end our virtual open house now lah. Officially, we end our virtual open house. Okay.
I think we need to end this and come back in.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, Ken. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Okay, we will come in again. Okay, so I will send another link to the group chat. Okay, for those lister, we will come in again. Okay, thank you.